Hello, friends, and my dear students. So, today's next lecture is the history of C programming. So, this history of C programming would be leading with different versions of C programming. So, in this video, I'll tell you like what was the history of C and what were the different versions of C programming. So everyone just listen carefully that C programming language is one of the most powerful programming language that was also known as the structured programming language because it follows the step-by-step approach. So that is why it was known as procedural programming as well. It was developed at Bell Laboratories by Dennis Ritchie in the early 1970s. It was evolved from the very earlier programming languages, just like BCPL and B. So before the development of this C programming, like Kane Thompson and Dennis Ritchie was working on this BCPL and B programming language, but there was like some of the problems that was not fixed at that time. So that is why the development of C programming evolves. So this programming language, as you know, that Dennis Ritchie was one of the inventor of this programming language that was mainly developed for the system and the application development. So he is basically like the main inventor of C programming. Now the history of C programming. In the year 1960s, we were having the programming languages that was Fortran and Algol. So these were like one of the most popular programming languages in the year 1960s. But like uh, uh, like the code to make the code into these two programming languages was not easy. So in the year 1966, like BCPL language has been developed, and the full form of BCPL was Basic Combined Programming Language, that was created by Martin Richards. But in the year 1969, like to fulfill the you could say the drawbacks of VCPL programming language, Kane Thompson has been developed the next type of programming language that was known as B language. So that was based on BCPL, but the thing was like in case of this BCPL, there was so many drawbacks. Like it was not so much efficient. So B was although like were being used for the development of Unix system development, but there was lack of efficiency. Like efficiency means after like this B language, C has been developed. C programming language has been developed by Dennis Ritchie in the year 1972. So C was efficient enough, but in case of B programming language, there was lack of efficiency. So, in case of C programming language, to make the code, to write the code, and to compile it directly into the compiler directly compile it into the machine code. I hope this is clear to everyone. In case of like C programming language, the compiler directly compile the program, means the high level language, means the English language into the machine code, means like the machine code is the native language now, like for the computer, that was understood by the computer processor. So this point actually eliminates the need of the interpreter. That means during the execution, obviously the C programming leads the faster programming execution. So like in place of V programming language, C has been introduced due to the like efficiency of C programming. Now the different versions of C programming, as in the year 1972, Dennis Ritchie came with the C programming, but after few years, the next version of C programming came that was known as K&R. After that, ANSI C came, then C99, C11, C18 and C23. So one by one, I'll tell you that why the different versions have been evolved. As the basic C programming that was introduced in the year 1972 was mainly developed to create the Unix operating system, or like to develop the different kind of operating system, and it was one of the powerful tool for the system programming because that was the very first programming language at that time. So that is why at that time obviously it was one of the most powerful programming language. But sooner and later, like K&R C has been introduced. Now, what do you mean by it? As you could say, in case of K&R C, it was introduced by Brian Kernighan and Dennis Ritchie in the year 1978. So, in case of this scene, actually, they both these two developer has been written one book because they warned that C would not be limited to Bell Laboratories only. So they both written a book which was known as K&R C. K is actually the surname of Kernighan and R is the surname of Ritchie. So that is why they both has been introduced one book so that everyone could read out the book. They could get to know what was the syntax of C and how the common people or can use and can write the code into this programming language and make some evolution. So after the version of KNR, the ANSI C has been introduced. So this was introduced in the year 1989, or we could say in the year 1990. That was the first formal standard adopted by ANSI in the year 1989. So, this version was later accepted by ISO in the year 1990. So that was called C90. So the ISO, once it has been accepted by ISO, then it was made, this ANSI C made globally recognized programming language. So that was the most popular programming language at that time. So as soon as it was adopted by ISO, so this programming language has been made popular. After that, the next version of C programming has been introduced, C99. So in case of C99, it was actually introduced the new data types into the C99. So actually in different versions, actually some more features has been added so that this C programming language can get popular as well as could work efficiently in the development of software. So the C99 has been introduced with the new data type that was known as long end. So now all the versions come with new features. So the C99 was well documented and well supported by the community. So this was again one of the most popular programming at that time. So these are actually the different versions of C programming. And currently we are using C23. But after the evolution of that C99, we were having the next version that was known as C11. So it was introduced in 2011. That is why the name was C11. And the main feature that was supported by the C11 was multi-threading, because by launching this multi-threading concept, we could achieve parallelism. So the enhanced Unicode support enabling programs to process the text into multiple languages, and it could work on multi-threading concept means like what we could do. Multi-threading means like built-in support actually it provides, and concurrently we could execute the multiple C programs. So that was one of the efficient feature of the C11 version of C programming. After that, the next version of C programming launched, that was C18. So the C18 has been introduced in the year 2018, and the main focus of the C18 was like on fixing the bugs and to improve the performance of the previous version. So like the C18 mainly focuses on bug fixing, and no other feature has been added into it. Means no new feature has been added into C18. So everyone just keep in your mind that in case of the C18 version of C programming, there was no feature that has been added, but the main focus was on bug fixing and to improve the performance. So after like this version, the next version has been introduced, that was C23. And this C23 is the latest version which we are using in the year 2025 as well. So this is the latest standard which was launched in 2023, and it was launched with new mathematical functions like for introducing the complex numbers. Just like one new keyword has been defined in case of the C23 version, that was CONST, means constant EXPR expression. So this was one of the keyword for defining the constant expression. So, just like that, some new mathematical function has been introduced, and some different features has been introduced or launched in different versions of C programming. So as you could see, the different versions. So everyone now what you do, just look the overview and the history of C programming in a very well manner, like how it has been introduced. Like BCPL and B was the main origin of C programming. Like the Dennis Ritchie and Kane Thompson was working with this BCPL and B, but like in case of some lack of efficiency, the main C programming has been introduced. So after that you need to look all the versions of C programming so that you could have a very good idea. So I hope this is clear to everyone. So if you like this video, then please, what do you do, please do comment on the below comment box and do subscribe the channel. So thank you everyone.